So right back towards the end of August, the fine folks over at IK Multimedia released this great little addition to their iRig lineup. This is the iRig HDX. I did a video when it was released, went through some of the features of it. It was a fairly well-featured audio interface for a very good price. It had loopback functionality, the ability to feed our dry or affected guitar back through it. And it worked really wonderfully, especially if we were using iPad, iOS. We could do the loopback feature and record some really high quality audio to backing tracks, even just with our camera app and whatnot. So I've been really enjoying utilizing this. Well, as of today, the folks at IK Multimedia have released yet another audio interface in the iRig lineup. And this time it's going to basically be taking some of the ideas from iRig HDX, but stripping it down into a price point that is accessible for absolutely anybody. What are we talking about? Well, we're talking about the new iRig USB. Now, it might look kind of similar, but there are some differences to it. And like I said, it's going to be a very stripped back version. What do we have on it? Well, we have an encoder knob here on the front, which is basically going to do one thing, and that's going to be to adjust our guitar input level. Okay, so running this at minimum gain gives us about 14.5 dB of headroom to 0 dBfs when we plug into our DAW or our software. So I would typically run that just with a tiny little bit more gain added to it. We have USB-C connectivity here on this end. We have an 1/8 inch headphone jack. And then on this side here, we have a guitar input jack where we would plug our guitar in. And we also have a through jack. Now, this is going to have two options here. We can either send the unprocessed guitar signal that we have plugged into the instrument level, so just a dry unprocessed guitar, or we could have that set to send the process signal. So let's say we're processing our guitar tone within Tonex and we want to send that process signal out to an FR, for instance. We could do that. And the way we do that is with this little switch here, which either says effects or through. I'm not sure how much this is showing up on camera, but you can also go to the link below to the website. I'll have an affiliate link if you want to grab one of these, and you can get all the pertinent details of the IK Multimedia website. So we have FX or through, and that's going to determine what comes out of this particular output. So very cool, very simple. This is designed as a great entry-level interface for those just wanting to get started out with maybe something like Amplitude or with Tonex. It does come with a stripped back lighter version of both Tonex and Amplitude. So for the price of this, which I believe is $69.99 US street price, it's really hard to beat. The software itself is pretty much worth the price of admission. You get this great audio interface. But how does it work? How does it sound? I'm going to hook this up to my Windows-based computer with the included ASIO driver. I'm going to hook it up into Cubase. I'm going to open up Tonex within Cubase, and we'll just listen to what it sounds like with my guitar plugged into it, recording the audio from this, and we'll see if it's up to what we want audio quality-wise for a small interface. One thing to keep in mind, the maximum sample rate on this is 48 kilohertz. It does run 24-bit 48 kilohertz, whereas the iRig HDX could go up to 96 kilohertz. So we do have obviously some stripped back features of this, and that's how they've been able to keep the price so low on it. Now, the other thing is the fine folks over at IK Multimedia have been kind enough to send me over a boxed up brand new version of this here I have in my hand, waiting for one person to win this. So I'm going to run a little contest, and what you can do is go to my website at the link below and join my mailing list over on my website. And then what I'm going to do at the end of the month, October 31st at 11:59 p.m. is I'm going to compile a list of everybody that's on my mailing list, and one winner will be chosen by random, and I will ship this out to them. And I hope whoever wins enjoys the new audio interface. So let's do this. Let's head over to Cubase and let's hear how this sounds when we plug our guitar straight into it and record some notes through Tonex. All right, so here we are over in Cubase, within Tonex within Cubase, and you might see over here off screen I have my iRig USB hooked up via USB-C to my Windows-based computer. I have the ASIO driver on the computer. It works great. My headphones plugged straight into this, and that's why I'm monitoring with headphones. You're going to hear the final great quality audio directly recorded from the iRig USB. Not my voice. My voice is going through a different audio interface. My guitar is plugged straight into the instrument input. Now, if I put the instrument input level on 0, I've measured this to have about 14.5 dB of headroom before we hit 0 dBfs. I did that test before doing this video to make sure what we're dealing with. I like to run my instrument input right around minus 11.5. So I'm going to want to add a little tiny bit of gain to this. I could do this in a very accurate way, but for this video, I'm just going to add a little bit. But let's just start off with it on the 0 level of instrument input. It's going to be a little bit low, maybe a little bit less gain than I would want from this, but we'll see what it sounds like. So I'm going to add just a touch of gain. The tones you're hearing are from my Buddha 30 Ultimate collection that I have available on my website. One of my favorite amps in real life, which is my Buddha Superdrive 30 series. One's a hand-wired amp by actually a good friend of mine named Jeff Bober. Incredible, incredible amp. So this is sounding great. You're hearing the high-quality audio coming from my guitar plug straight into iRig USB and recording within Cubase through Tonex. Move to a different level of gain here. Sounds great on all of those tones. So I think if I was playing through this interface, I would quickly forget what I was plugged into. It sounds and feels great. It's doing exactly what I want it to in a very simple setup. So I think it's a really cool little addition to the iRig lineup. All right, so there you have it. I hope that you enjoyed that quick look at a nice, simple little interface and a great addition to the iRig lineup. I hope this is something that some folks can make use of. At that price point, it's a really simple way to get into the Tonex ecosystem, and I think it works really nicely, and it's the type of thing we probably could have just in our laptop backpack or along with our iPads so that we could even just do some practicing in a hotel room or wherever we are with a set of headphones. Really, real cool little interface to have, and at that price, it's kind of a no-brainer. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to go to the link below, sign up on my mailing list, and at the end of the month, October 31st, the contest will close, and I will pick one winner from the mailing list to ship out this brand new boxed up version of iRig USB, and I hope whoever wins it gets a lot of enjoyment out of it. Today, I'm going to leave you with the full-blown demo video for the tones I was using to showcase iRig USB today. This is from my Buddha 30 Ultimate Tone Model Collection. It's available at the link below at my website. There's also a free sample download of one of the tone models from that particular bundle, and you can grab those all at my website, and I really hope you guys enjoy. So thank you so much for sharing your time with me. Please like the video, share it with anybody you think would get some use or enjoyment out of watching it. Also, please subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell notification to get notified when I put new content out. I'll be back really soon with some more. Thank you guys again so much for sharing your time with me. Go join my mailing list, enter the contest, and I hope you enjoy the music on the way out. Ciao for now.